I like Reforge. I like Reforge. No. Don't do this. Don't do this. My boyfriend? Don't do this. Sure. Don't do this. Do you know why I like Reforge, chat? Don't. It's because Reforge actually puts effort into his content, unlike other fanboys.
Come here, let me slap you. Come here, let me slap you. Yeah, come to London and let me slap your face.
Wear your whore makeup, you whore.
Here comes the oof of the century, chat. Huh?
Now, I hate to be the one to tell you I told you so, but no, what am I talking about?
But first, a deep sip from a very tall glass of I told you so.
Oh my god, please, Fred, come on!
I've been waiting a full-on year to tell you I told you so. So excuse me if I enjoy this a little too much. Not as much as nitrous oxide, but it's a close second. So what did we finally learn, Alex? Knowing how well of a scumbag I am, you should know that I am good at identifying other scumbags. So the next time I tell you, hey, that guy looks like he may have a bit of the tism, you should listen. Now, with all due respect, you did take your L like a man.
Your boy has to do one thing and one thing clearly. He's got to collect his L. That's right. No, listen. Hey, listen, don't cry. It happens every once in a while. It's not a big deal. You know, when it happens, you just got to hold it and you just got to admit it.
That's not good enough!
But that ain't good enough for me. You're gonna take your L my way. And after this is all said and done, we're going to sit down and go over each and every one of your subscriptions. Your mid sensors need to be recalibrated, and I'm more than happy to help.
Have you forgotten that I'm the best in the world at what I do, huh?
Yes, you did good in calling out Reforge Gaming, but this would have only been a W months ago. Back when everyone was gaslighting me into believing I was just being too harsh and mean to Reforge. Luckily for me, the internet finally caught up to my genius brain and finally sees the cringe I've been seeing for several months. And now that the internet has finally decided it's okay to start bullying him the way I was doing it, hell, even Review Tech USA thinks he's cool enough to get in on it.
Hey, how's about I join you kids?
That's okay. You can keep it. Why do old people always have to ruin the fun?
I'm finally able to take off my weighted training gi and reveal my true power level. But you know how it is with me. I create the lolcows and everyone else starts milking them, further proving that my salt continues to be the standard for everyone else. And we can't deny it at this point.
You get dick because you are a follower and a thief.
So the next time I tell you someone is cringe, you best believe it. If good mic quality is all it takes to be considered effort for you, Alex, then I guess Dreamcast Guy is the hardest working YouTuber on the planet. Oh! No, but Reforge uploads and streams every day. Oh, big deal, whoop-de-doo. You know who else does that? DSP Gaming.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Me. I'm the one who puts out the content that's entertaining and has a fan base.
Who at this point I'm willing to bet is the long-lost brother of Reforge Gaming, because the levels of e-begging are nearly identical.
I'm be 100% real with y'all.
I'm from the streets, man.
If y'all like the fact that live shows like mine don't run ads automatically and constantly disrupt the show, you gotta consider supporting. Because YouTube is a business, and they might start forcing us to run ads if we're not generating enough, support.
I don't know why people wouldn't become members. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to support the channel, you become a member to help out so we can do a fun marathon on Saturday.
If I'm going to stream for 2.5 hours, I really hope YouTube never runs some kind of a metric that's like, hey, servicing up live streams isn't cheap, it's not free, you got to run ads all the time now. So
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
But a really great way to avoid streamers running ads automatically is to support those streams.
I really can't do anything about memberships. I can't make them better, but I can tell you that I need the support.
They're the same picture.
You utter scum of the earth. Now I get it. That hairdo of yours is quite expensive to maintain. Almost as expensive as the medication DSP needs for his gout. And I know the money you receive from this is the only thing keeping your marriage intact, since you fumbled that a few years ago when you were trying to hit on some female streamers while being married.
This drove me to immediately come clean to my wife that I had been living a secret and self-destructive lifestyle.
But none of those financial issues are your audience's problem. So seeing you treat them like they're stupid cattle that you can manipulate into giving you more really rubs me the wrong way. On a personal level, I have a very generous audience, and so do you. You can't just generate support like it's ad revenue. We're talking about individual donations given out of the kindness of your audience's heart. It costs you absolutely nothing to run a stream. So trying to hold something like ads over your audience's heads, you know, a perfectly legitimate and reasonable way to make some money, is not only working completely backwards, but also really fucked up. If people don't want ads on your video, they'll download ad blocker or they'll pay for YouTube Premium. You don't actually think your audience is stupid enough to fall for this, do you? I mean, why would they pay for just your channel not to run ads on it when they can pay for Premium and completely skip all of them?
If you're YouTube Premium, you don't see it at all.
Maybe you do have a stupid audience. Great, next thing you know, Reforge is gonna start putting his mental health on the line for super chats. Before you know it, he's gonna hold the piece to his head and threaten his audience to donate, or he's gonna off himself, Wings of Redemption style. No amount of super chats your audience gives you can prevent YouTube from making a business decision, like enforcing ads on every single video. On top of that, I can't help but notice when you do reach your members' goal on a stream, you increase the goal, and then you're visibly upset when that new goal isn't met on the same stream? This is goddamn DSP!
Sadly, guys, we didn't hit the goal, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I get it may seem admirable that you don't want to run ads. It looks admirable to anyone who doesn't know how YouTube works. But I do, and I know exactly what you're trying to do. Don't let any content creator try to convince you that this is a solid and legitimate reason to donate. Do it because you want to. That is the only reason anyone should. If those ads can help your audience save some of their own money, then run the goddamn ads, Reforge. For the love of God, give your audience a better incentive to become members than that. At the very least, DSP will do something like put on a stupid Sonic hat if he reaches a certain goal.
Final support would be appreciated. As you can see, we didn't even hit our tier 1 tips goal for today. It would be appreciated if we could hit some of the goals, at least for today. Sonic Hat, I guess you guys don't care about it, which is hilarious because you guys asked me for this for the longest time. You seriously did.
Tell people if you reach a certain goal, then you'll dress as Jimmy Neutron and complete the package next stream. Oh wait, you can't do that because you're a sensitive ass little bitch who bans people who super chat you, even if there's a slight disagreement.
You're banned because you lack the ability to engage here like a mature person.
I mean, it would be funny if you were doing it as a joke, but you're dead serious. You completely lack a sense of humor, and that is the first step to becoming the next DSP Gaming. Believe me, there's nothing more cringe than someone who takes themselves so goddamn serious. And if that's something you can't do, then trust me, you are not cut out for this. If you have to filter disagreements to the degree you do, then you are simply not going to last that long on this website. And that's becoming more evidently clear based on the stupid drama you got yourself involved with Alex, which has led to the biggest breakup the internet has seen since DSP and Liana. Except it looks like Alex and Reforge broke the record, a breakup of less than 4 months? Okay, over what? What did these two break up over?
I mean, because you went after MBG quite hard. I'm never going to tell Alex what to do with his content, but I think people need to start considering the psychological ramifications of constantly roasting, making fun of, and mocking people on the internet. I'm never going to tell Alex what to do with his content.
I'm never going to tell Alex what to do with his content.
Oh, snap! Reforge went there, eh? You cheated on Alex with babyface ass MBG. Is that it?
I just can't believe this. Dad, keep your you whore.
You didn't have a problem with Alex until he went after your boy. Well, newsflash, everyone went after your boy. So I don't know why Alex is signaled out here, especially considering the fact that his criticisms of MBG were so goddamn tame. He ain't me. I'm a scumbag. Alex, for the most part, is a class act. Yeah, he's a whore, but he's a class act. He doesn't look to hurt people's feelings. I do. The only real ramification Alex should consider is MBG quite possibly blocking him. And on top of that, MBG's a big boy. Yeah, he's got baby teeth, but he's still a big boy. He can fend for himself. Yeah, he's bad at blocking all of the punches and takes quite a few hits, but at the end of the day, he cleans off his bloody nose and walks away a loser. But he'll always show up the next day perfectly fine with another bad take ready for all of us to dissect. You can't just tell Alex you'll never tell him how to run his channel and then proceed to do so. And on top of that, you can't just stop at Alex. You also gotta be calling out people like your boy the Red Dragon or King Thrash Gaming, who you seem to not have a single problem with running their mouths about people too. Ah, right, of course, but they run their mouths about Xbox people, so it's not a problem. You can overlook that, right?
What are we gonna do one day if somebody like MBG just gets tired of the hate, gets tired of being salted, memed on, hated on, mocked, attacked, and one day he's gone? We wake up and there's a news report. What are we gonna think then?
Oh no. Anyway.
Well, if you're asking me what I would think, I am a douche. I would think that's absolutely hilarious and weak of MBG. To be the first legitimate casualty of the console wars is too humorous to even entertain right now. I'm trying not to laugh. Hell, I'm pretty sure MBG laughed seeing this clip himself. Anyone who allows the console wars to take that much control of their life should not be on the internet. And on top of that, you shouldn't be speaking of MBG in a way like this. Why on earth would you ever imagine MBG would pull off something like that? Why would you dangle that over people's heads, trying to guilt them and manipulate them into kissing someone's ass and being nicer? Oh, whoa, hold on. I know why you're doing it, because you're projecting everything going on in your mind onto MBG, aren't you? You're trying to get people to consider your feelings by talking out of your ass like you know what MBG himself is thinking. He must be just like me, for real, he just like me. I'm gonna off myself over console wars. Well, hopefully not, because you're a good Christian boy and you should know that offing yourself is punishable by eternal hell in the Bible. So sorry to tell you this, Reforge, but you're gonna have to continue living. Guilt tripping like this has never worked since the inception of the internet. The unspoken rule is that we all understand when you put your face out there, your name out there, and your opinions out there for everyone to see, you're opening the door to criticism and all sorts of nasty, mean comments that will never go away. Hell, not just on the internet, that's how it works in real life too. And believe me, in real life, it's far worse. You've got no calluses, you're soft and tender, and that spells disaster for someone like you on the internet.
We rallied and mocked this guy, made fun of this guy, false framed his statements, articles were written about him.
You
think this is funny?
That's right, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. They did. They really did write an article on MBG Gaming. You see, about a week ago, MBG had a meltdown over salt farmers like myself. Well, let's face it, he's specifically talking about me. And this is what he had to say.
Dude, toxic motherfuckers out here. 1,000,000 times worse than I could ever be, even if I tried, are getting a platform. And you know how they're getting a platform? Do you think it's by enjoying games? Do you think it's by being optimistic about games? Do you think it's about talking about the games they're excited about? No, they're getting platforms by literally shitting on Sony.
That's what we've been waiting for!
And Sony fans. While simultaneously talking good about Microsoft and pumping them up. This is, dude, these people I'm talking about are fucking losers. I mean, real losers. Like lowlifes, dude. Like people that shouldn't be accepted anywhere because of how fucked up they are. But they're not just getting a platform, they're growing. They're growing. What does that tell you?
He's funny, I like him.
That tells you everything you need to know. Shit is ass backwards and upside down. Okay, you have people whose entire persona and probably who they actually are, is about being a loser lowlife, about not being a fanboy.
Yep, that's right. MBG went ahead and called all of us losers, scum of the earth, terrible people. But I mean, you know, he's right about all of that when it comes to me. I'm just glad to see MBG standing up for himself and not crying like you are about, you know, offing himself. I told you, he's a big boy. He can speak on his own behalf. He doesn't need people guilting others into leaving him alone. I mean, say what you want about MBG, but at least he can roll with the punches. Unfortunately, this absolutely hilarious meltdown led to someone writing an article on MBG about it. How in the world do you not find that hilarious, Reforge? I'm pretty sure even MBG's own audience nearly died laughing their asses off about it too. Rarely does MBG ever stand up for himself, and the few times he does, he gets an entire article written about him. My mind might be depraved, but I'm pretty sure normal people out there find it funny too. Hell, I guarantee you it got a chuckle out of MBG himself. Oh, but you know, I think I know why you don't find it funny. That's because you've had an article written on you too. And I ain't gonna bring it up because I already did earlier in the video, but I'm willing to bet you don't find articles written on MBG funny because of the one written on you. Unfortunately, that article ain't really something to laugh at. You're just making it blatantly obvious you're projecting all of your insecurities onto MBG. You're trying to relate to him, but let's be real, his hands are far cleaner.
Right, constantly attacked him, constantly misrepresented him, you know. You got Jez Corden saying that MBG built his channel on hating on Xbox. That's not true. That's not true at all.
Now you're saying MBG didn't build his channel on mocking Xbox. See, my channel has been built on mocking PlayStation and its fan base, and I will never shy away from that. And as for MBG, have you actually attended his live streams? Have you seen all the console warring that goes on in his live chat? His chat absolutely loves it when he rips into Xbox and the fan base. And you know what? Rightfully so, because they can be cringe as well. And let's not kid ourselves, your most popular streams, Reforge, are when you talk about Microsoft, because your audience loves to hear the criticisms. And again, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Give your audience what they want, and don't be afraid to admit what it is you're providing.
What does that feel like, do you think? When you've worked really hard to grind, and you got a YouTube channel, and you're on the verge of 100,000 subscribers, and you get misrepresented, misframed, attacked, mislabeled, name-called. You have somebody who writes for a respected outlet saying that you built your channel hating on Xbox. What do you think that does to somebody's psychology, their mental health?
MBG working hard? What? MBG working? What is it with you guys thinking you work hard on your content? You don't know what working hard on your content is. You don't know what it is to put effort forward. You really think uploading every day is hard? No, it's not. You think sitting there for a few hours a day live streaming, collecting donations is difficult? These guys need a harsh reality check. There is no reward to effort on YouTube. I am a prime example of that. Commissioning custom art for the channel, splicing things up together to get some banger-ass hilarious videos, researching everything I can before hitting record, ensuring the commentary is solid. None of that is stuff you guys do. You guys don't know what it's like to sit here putting together a video for 3 days in a row, ensuring you have the most entertaining version possible for your audience so that you stick out just a little bit, only for jackasses like Dreamcast Guy to do an 8-minute version saying absolutely nothing interesting with zero editing, zero research, and getting at least 3 times the amount of views you did on the video you put your soul into. Effort on YouTube is an option, and it's one I take because I like to pride myself in my work. And no lies, it absolutely stings when I can't get the viewership some random jackass commentary channel pulls in by doing the absolute bare minimum. You know how hard it is to go to bed every night thinking to myself, I could have half-assed that video and hit the news while it was hot, but instead I sat there grinding all day, doing my absolute best work possible, only to bleed subs and not get the viewership I wish I could get. Do you know what that does to someone psychologically? No, obviously you don't, because you don't even try. You're boring, you're dull, and you do the absolute bare minimum. And you all want people to kiss your asses for it too. And you know what, this doesn't even go to Reforge and MBG only. This goes to a lot of content creators, because some of the most popular content on this website is people literally hitting record for 8 minutes straight, unspliced, and uploading it, not even bothering to make thumbnails either. So boo-hoo, I don't respect your body of work, and no one should either. If effort was mandatory on this website, none of you would be here. Goddamn, look at me, now I'm getting salty and ranting like a boomer. Sorry guys, it's just YouTube's been screwing me over quite hard. Sure, maybe I'm putting effort into the wrong things, and I shouldn't take something like video production so seriously, and I can't help myself. It's who I've been since the day I started my channel, and it kills me that there has been no payoff to any of it. Knowing I can format my content in a similar way to MBG and Reforge Gaming and blowing up way faster fucks with my mind, because I know I won't do it. I know who I am, and who I am is someone that would pelt himself mentally every day for being so lazy. So I don't want to hear no bitching about MBG and all his hard work or your hard work. I get a kick out of watching mid-ass channels like you get dragged through the mud.
Did MBG start with Xbox? Did he name anybody? Did he pull anybody up on his stream and name call, mock, and jeer at? No. Somebody clipped him and framed it as he's jealous of these people. Did he name them? Did he go after them? Did he mock them? Did he name call them? Did he pull them up on a stream and let a live audience just eviscerate them? Did he do that? I'm just curious, because we've just accepted that that's okay. It's just totally fine and totally normal. It's culturally pathological, the way that we treat people. It's like, well, I don't agree with what this guy said about this brand, therefore it's totally fine to mock, satirize, name call, misrepresent, misframe, eviscerate. I mean, maybe one day he wakes up and he self-deletes because we won't leave him alone. We make everything personal because we have unresolved mental health problems on our own, and so we pour that out on this guy because we don't like his takes about our brand. And if he wakes up one day and he decides, I can't take it anymore, I'm out of here, what are you going to do then? You're going to make a video about that? You're going to pull that article up and laugh about it and jeer about it? You're going to quote tweet it and say, well, he built his channel on bashing Xbox. What are y'all going to do when the rubber meets the road and your nonsensical, carte blanche, open season bullying of people? What are you going to do when it results in something tragic? Because it wouldn't be the first time.
Well, what's there to say? It's not my first or my last.
Did you not watch the clips about what he said about salt content creators? I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out who he's talking about, because we're not a big community. Hell, you name dropped Alex, so you know exactly who he's talking about. Shut up. And yes, he absolutely name called him. I can't believe you're capping this hard for MBG while not knowing about the lore of MBG. Hell, you don't even have to look into his lore. You could have just looked at that clip of him ranting and figured it out yourself, which you clearly did, you manipulative prick. I am just amazed right now. How in the hell did someone like you end up surviving in the Destiny community? Because that's where you were from originally before Twitch banned your ass. If you can survive a Call of Duty lobby, you can survive the internet. And if MBG really is as much of a gamer as he claims, then he'll be fine. I highly doubt the man wants to off himself over console wars. That would be utterly embarrassing. But to answer your question, yeah, it would make for one hell of a video. Do not underestimate how much of an asshole I can be. That guilt tripping of yours may work on the feeble-minded, but it ain't gonna work on me. In fact, you're leaving me disgusted right now. But you know what, Reforge? Fine. Since you don't want to admit you're just talking about what's going on in your head and trying to project that onto someone else, instead of just being a man and asking us to stop, I'll do it for you. Fam, let's leave this guy alone for a while. He is clearly not in a good mental state. And the way he's talking right now leads me to believe he is completely unhinged. So going forward, I highly encourage everyone, Astro Cyborg, especially you, to ease back a bit. I'm not telling you stop reporting what Reforge says, but at least give him a little bit of time to breathe. He's too prideful to ask of us to stop. So I'll be the bigger man here and ask for the safety of those around him to ease off just a bit. And also, Reforge is starting to get really, really boring. He's really not interesting enough to get that invested in. Yes, he absolutely deserves plenty of criticism, don't we all? But there's plenty of fish out there. And honestly, those people are a lot more fun because they push back and they don't take it so serious. I by no means feel guilty for any of the jokes made on Reforge, or for any of the funny splices I've put together. It's just that the secondhand embarrassment is too much. To see a grown-ass man talk like this over cartoon drawings of him, or funny edits, or a jab here and there, makes YouTube feel like a goddamn playground. I know this will never be enough for someone like Reforge, because even if it's not the salt miners memeing on him, some people in his audience are still going to throw a comment here or there that will trigger him, and he'll continue to have these outbursts no matter what. But here's the deal, Reforge, we're gonna lay off under one condition, and that's that you never have a rant like this again, because I will come back and make another video. The tactics you used here are shameful, disgusting, embarrassing, and should never ever be repeated again. If you ever try to weaponize self-harm like this again, I will rip into your soul even harder than I did tonight. And as for you, Alex, choose your husband carefully next time. I know I'm younger than you, but that doesn't mean I don't have wisdom to share. If you had listened to me, you wouldn't end up paying all the alimony you owe Reforge now. Divorce is quite expensive, but you know what's not expensive? Hitting that like button, sharing, and subscribing if you so choose to. Don't be lazy. I deserve it, and you know it. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.